All right, let's get started. Something very bad is going to happen today.
Listen, let's go to the store. I was supposed to get something there, except I forgot to write down what it was. And by the way, is it JJ? It's not supposed to be there. Why is he in there with your wife?
It's very strange. She told me today she was going out with her friends, but I don't think she was that wrong when she told me. It's really weird. I'll have to find out later.
I can't believe they tricked us both. I can't believe they did that. Let's just move on for now. I think they're gonna have a long talk. In the meantime, we can discuss the situation. Honestly, I'm shocked.
Listen, thank you so much for helping me pick out the gifts. Without you, I would have bought something weird or uninteresting. So I guess you could say you saved my life today.
You don't have to praise me like that. I was just helping you shop. That's what any friend would do. So if you have any questions, feel free to write me anytime.
I'm so lucky to have friends like that. All right, so I made it home, which means I have one of the most important tasks of all. I have to hide all these presents as best I can, because it would be really bad if they got out. In order for me to hide the presents, I have to find places that are really hard to get to, which means I need all the high places in the house, but they're not all gonna work. Some of them are easy to get to if you stand on a chair, so you have to think twice before you put anything up there. But I already know the perfect place, so that's where I'm gonna put everything. Well, that's it. Now I just gotta get out of here before someone sees me. I don't think I'm confused, and we were supposed to meet near this place.
Hi. I'm so sorry I'm late. There was just a lot of traffic, so we had to wait for all the cars to get through. But I'm not really late, so we can get everything we want.
You're right. Let's go look at some toys. I think there's going to be a lot to choose from, so we need to know exactly what we want. I think it wouldn't hurt to ask a counselor.
Hello. I understand you want to buy one of our toys. I have an interesting offer for you. There's a lot of dirt outside our store, and there's no one to clean it up. So you clean it up, and I'll give you a toy.
And I really like that suggestion. I didn't want to spend a lot of money, and now I don't have to spend any money at all. And all I have to do is clean up a small pile of dirt. I'll basically have no trouble at all. I think today is definitely my day, because you can't always get a good deal like this.
What a great day to go for a walk. Wait, is that a JJ? Oh, it's definitely him. And my wife is with him for some reason. This is getting really weird. They couldn't have just met by chance outside the store. Why don't you and I go ahead and see what they're doing? For some reason, I'm getting very curious.
I agree. It looks really weird to me too. Don't you think we should get back at them somehow? I mean, you're a pro at this.
You're right. And I think the best solution is to make a pit trap for them. I think JJ would really like it, because he's the one who taught me how to make them. The secret is to disguise it very cleverly. And how lucky we are that I have literally everything I need to make this trap. I even have fans. And those are very important elements. They make it almost impossible to get out of the trap. And given that JJ isn't expecting it, he's not going to be able to jump out of it in time.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know you could do something like that. The thing is, JJ doesn't usually tell me about your adventures, and I understand why he does. I'd worry about him too much, but I didn't realize he knew how to make such elaborate traps. He teaches others how to do them. There's so much I don't know about my husband. I'll have to ask him later. And don't you think the spikes are a bit much? I thought they'd just fall into the hole.
Don't worry, I think they'll be fine. After all, once they fall in there, the JJ will figure out how to get out right away. So there's no need to worry about their lives. And I think they deserve to be punished. After all, they've been lying to us and meeting in secret. And I don't understand why they're doing it yet. So I have to make it look nice so no one notices my trap. And then as soon as they step on it, I'll break the blocks underneath them and they'll fall. And in the meantime, you can just watch and enjoy their suffering.
All right, well, I'll just stand on the sidelines. I don't want JJ to think I've set a trap for him. I don't think he'd think I'd do something like that.
Get ready. It won't be long before they're trapped.
We're gonna have to stop by one more place. Wait, am I walking into a trap? Who would think to set it here? Somebody help me, please. There's people trapped in here.
Let's go before he comes out.
I spent half an hour trying to get out of that trap. I can't believe they do that in the middle of the street. There's just one thing that confuses me. It's a very familiar type of trap. It's like I designed it.
Hello, darling. I understand you're very tired today. Let's just spend the rest of the evening together. I'll make us something to eat and we'll watch a movie, okay? Listen, I just remembered I have to go somewhere right away. So you stay home, and I'll run a quick errand. I promise I'll be back in no time.
Strange. Where are you going so fast? And is it just me, or is Mikey in that sports car? Wait, that can't be right. I can't believe my wife went for a ride with Mikey. How dare she? I'm not gonna let this go. Everybody freeze. Mikey, don't even think about going anywhere. No, look at him. He just up and left. I can't believe he had the conscience to do that. I don't understand how he got such a cool car. Did he buy it on purpose to take my wife for rides? It's just awful. I have to get back at him because that's not the way people do things. And he's got a wife. So what's he trying to do? We should tell his wife right now. I just have to make her believe me because that's gonna sound really weird, especially from me, but it's true. So I hope she understands.
Hey JJ, what's up? You look tired.
Look, I know this is gonna sound weird, but Mikey just went for a car ride with my wife. I don't know how that could have happened.
What are you talking about? I don't even want to hear about something like that. You know, every joke has its limits.
But I'm telling you the truth. She didn't believe me after all. What am I supposed to do now? I can't just go home and watch TV. I have to find Mikey right now. Since no one believes me, I need to gather evidence. For all I know, there's a good chance they'll be in this joint. So I just need to get my camera out and take pictures of them. That's what I need to prove. Oh my God, there are hearts flying over them. And so the day came when my friend turned into my enemy. I certainly didn't expect him to do this. I thought we were like family, and he just walked out on me. Well, we'll see who the winner is. As far as I'm concerned, you can't park here. So, it's okay if I take his car to the impound lot? All I gotta do is find a tow truck and load his car. Although I'd rather just blow it up. What a horrible thing they do in there. So be it. It all makes sense to me now. I have more important things to do right now, and I've got to get this car into a tow truck. Too bad I don't have the keys to it. It won't drive itself, so I'm gonna have to push it. Which is not an easy thing to do. Let me tell you, it's okay. I'm so angry right now, my whole body is boiling. So I have more energy than usual. It's easy to understand, if only because I can move a car that's on the handbrake. To be honest, I'm surprised by such possibilities now. I wish I could always be that strong. Then I could just kill everyone who makes me angry. There's not much left.
Look, I think we should get back in the car and go for a drive. Except why is it leaving in a tow truck? There's no way I parked in the wrong spot. Oh, that's terrible. What am I supposed to do now? I could try to catch up with the car and talk to it, but I don't think I'm gonna make it in time. I'm gonna have to call a cab or just walk out of here.
Look, maybe you could just call and ask them to return the car. It's so far from our house. And I promised JJ I'd be back soon. And yes, you can't park here.
And that's how I could have missed that sign on the building. I'll have to call them.
Well, that's it. She'll be much better off here. And the best part of it all is that no one's gonna think it's my fault. It's not my tow truck, so I didn't do it either. Now we can go home and watch TV. Without a car, the wife won't get home fast enough. Now she should totally believe me. After all, she can't say anything against the pictures. The important thing is that she's home now.
I thought I told you not to come here anymore. Or have you already forgotten our conversation? Get out of my house now.
Just look at the pictures I took today, and then kick me out. Except I think you're gonna change your mind.
That's terrible. So all this time you've been telling me the truth? I'm so sorry. I just couldn't believe that Mikey would actually do something like that. Now my heart is broken, and I want revenge.
Anyway, I was able to find out where Mikey is now, so we can follow him. Let's just make sure we don't break any windows and yell at them, okay? Right now, we're just watching. Revenge is a dish best served cold after all, so we need to study the enemy first before we act. Trust me, I'm a very cunning man, and if they choose to do this, they'll be sorry.
Okay, I hear you. But what they're doing is horrible. I want to break into their house right now and destroy it. But I'm gonna listen to you and not do that. I think there's a better option. Excuse me, do you have an order for Mikey?
Hi, yes, it's a delivery in Mikey's name.
Great, then let me give it to the customer. Also, I'll need your clothes. I'll pay you a lot. Oh, that's great. As agreed, I have the clothes, which means I have to give you the money. Don't worry, with this much, you'll be out of work for a month. Now we have to shrink down and do something terrible. Trust me, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Okay, I believe you.
We got it. Now we're inside the pizza, and let's make it a little bit spicier. I just picked up some chili peppers, but that might not be enough for Mikey, so I also brought buckets of lava. They'll definitely spice up our pizza. I remember the one time I made him drink lava. I ended up having to save his life. So this time, I've got it all figured out, and there's no room for error.
That's terrible. I can't believe we're actually doing something like this. On the other hand, Mikey deserved a much worse punishment. And your wife too. So they got off too easy for now. I think after this pizza, we're gonna have to do something else. Because that would be too easy a punishment for them. By the way, it's the first time I've ever been this small. It's so special. I feel like I could eat one piece of sausage.
I think it's time for us to get out of here. The pizza's ready now, and we have to hurry because it's gonna burn up from the lava. I think I'm wearing the suit, which means Mikey shouldn't recognize me. I also have to try to change my voice as much as possible so my wife doesn't recognize me either. And then we'll just have to stand there and watch them burn. And there's no water around, so they're gonna be in a lot of pain and heat.
Well, who would be here this late? Oh, that's right. It's a pizza delivery. It took you guys a long time to deliver it. I'll be sure to put it in the complaint book.
Please forgive me. It won't happen again. Enjoy your meal. Well, looks like he didn't realize it was me, which means our plan worked after all. You know what? I just had another really cool idea, because they're about to eat and drink, which means it won't be long before one of them has to go to the bathroom. What do you think would happen if I put glue on the toilet? That's right, the best emotions in the world. So that's a plan we should definitely put into action.
I can't believe you come up with such different and cool ideas. I can tell you and Mikey have been through a lot. I personally would never have thought of it before, but after you told me about it, I was very interested in how it would end up. Glue is a very cruel thing after all, and to get it off, you're gonna have to go through hell. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I accidentally glued my fingers together once. What do you think? I spent 2 hours trying to get them off. So whoever sits on the toilet will be glued to it forever.
I think they deserve it, because you can't do that. Well, here we go. So now all we have to do is make sure everything goes according to plan. And I think Mikey will be the first one to fall into the trap. He's got a much weaker stomach than my wife, so now he'll be living in the toilet. Too bad he doesn't have two, because then we could glue two people together.
I don't feel so good. You just sit here while I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. The most important thing, of course, is to get to the bathroom in time. I think I got it. Why do I feel like I'm sitting on some kind of slime?
And I'll tell you, Mikey, why. Because you can't steal other people's wives. Or don't you want to do something that simple, right? Be thankful I didn't kill you on that toilet. And while you're sitting there, think about what you've done. Because there's hell waiting for you next.
Wait, I'll explain it to you. Just don't run away.
You know, I don't think anyone needs our gifts anymore. Who would have thought it would end up being so awful? So let's just throw them in the fire. And let our feelings burn like these toys did.
You know, I was afraid to tell you this, but ever since we started working together, I've liked you more and more. So who knows, maybe it wasn't an accident. I'd suggest you try going out with me.
JJ, what are you talking about? Although I'll be honest with you, I liked you too. And since we're single now, I'm willing to go on a date with you. I think we can definitely connect.
I think we should get a nice car. And I know this dealership just brought in a really fast sports car. So let's go in and take a look at it. And if we like it, I'll buy it so we can drive it around.
Good afternoon. Let me help you with your choice. I understand you're thinking of buying this sports car. Let me tell you right off the bat, it's a very good choice. No one else in town has a car this fast. But it's very expensive, so I think you should look at cheaper options.
I'm sorry you think I don't have enough money. You should at least know who you're selling the car to. Actually, I'm one of the richest people in this town, so just take my money and give me the keys to this car. I don't suppose anyone would mind if I drove it right out of your store? And in the future, don't ever do that to me again.
Would you excuse me, please? I have not been working in this store for a long time, so I don't know a lot of things yet. But this will never happen again. We'll be happy to see you again.
JJ, you are so cool and rich. You should have seen how scared that salesman was when he realized who he was selling the car to.
Let's stop at a place. I need to get something for you. Let it be a little surprise for now. Although I think you'll figure out what I'm buying pretty quickly. Anyway, how can I not give flowers to a beautiful girl like you? Let me pick out something pretty.
Welcome to the flower store. What would you like to buy from us? I'll help you choose.
I want the most beautiful bouquet you have. You don't have to worry about money because I have a lot of it. Just make it beautiful.
Well, then I can recommend this bouquet. I think it's the most beautiful of them all, but it's not the most expensive. So you win both ways.
Well, that's it. I bought everything I needed, which means now we have to go to a very interesting place. I think you're gonna love it. And here we are, by the way. You need to get out so I can tell you something.
JJ, you're scaring me a little. What are you trying to tell me? I'm kind of worried.
Anyway, I'll be honest with you. Since we've been dating, I've realized that you're very important to me. So I'd like to give you this bouquet of flowers and the car we drove here. I have a lot of cars all right, so I think you're gonna need it more.
Oh my god, JJ. Thank you so much. I never thought you'd give me this car. You have no idea how much more fun I'm gonna have riding in it than the bus.